What is up? So, as I promised, I am back. As you can see, I'm in different clothes. I am home. Hair down. Hair looking a little frizzy. Okay? Hair is looking a little frizzy. Just got home. Oh my sweet Lord baby Jesus. Okay? So happy to be home. Let's just start with that. Okay, so today was CCA Shadow Day. And let me warning, just like I said this morning. Hey boo, just like I said this morning, I was lied to in my orientation. Just so y'all know, if you are starting to work at the post office as a mail carrier, whether you are a CCA or RCA, it does not matter. And they tell you in orientation that you may or may not have a shadow day. Now, granted, you may or may not have a shadow day. It's based on the state you're in. But I was lied to, y'all. I was lied to because they kept telling us they didn't know whether or not we were going to have a shadow day. I found out Monday after my LLV training that I would have a shadow day. Bruh. They told us that we couldn't be in the same LLV with the person that we were shadowing due to the COVID-19 situation. You have to be 6 feet apart. You know, everybody is trying to enforce the, social distancing. Okay, good, because I don't want your germs anyway. But I found out from my coworker yesterday, we're both brand new CCAs. We both started at the same time. We both were in the same orientation class. We both took our LLV training together and our LLV test together. So he had his shadow day yesterday. So he was telling me, he's like, they lied to us, bro. They lied to us. I'm like, what are you talking about? What do you mean they lied? They lied to us in the sense of telling us that we were probably going to be following our trainer in our own vehicle. I would have been down for that. AC, enjoy that shit while you can. No. We had, basically, we were in the LLV with no mail and our, hold on, I got a notification, my bad. Anyway, we were in the LLV and we were following our trainer was in front of us in another LLV, but he was actually delivering the mail. I was nervous. I'm gonna tell you. Let's like backtrack. I'm gonna tell you the only reason why I was nervous about today, as far as driving the LLV, was because of the LLV that I took my the LLV that I drove for my road test. And I took my road test in Jacksonville, Florida. Our orientation was in Jacksonville, Florida. 9 times out of 10, our academy next week will probably be in Jacksonville, Florida. Unfortunately, I'm not a real big fan of Florida just because of the traffic. But yes, so the reason why I was so nervous about today is because the LLV, I gotta get some better lighting in this bitch. I'm sorry, y'all. I am comfortable. Child, don't mind me. This ain't even my shirt. Anyway, the LLV that I was in for my training, the steering wheel was awful. It's like I'm used to driving a car, a SUV, a truck, regular vehicles. What I can tell you, these LLVs, some of these LLVs, do not handle the same way as a regular vehicle. It's also different because you're on the right side and you're used to driving on the left side. The main thing is to try to keep it in the correct lane. So the LOV that I took my driver test in was a lot more loose than the LOV I had today, which my coworker had already told me. He's like, you'll be fine. The LOV that, because I was in the same truck that he was in yesterday. He's like, the truck that I had today was a whole hell of a lot better than the one that we took the test in. And I'm just like, I feel like the people were trying to make us fail. Because that LOV that we took that test in, baby girl, I felt like I was going to die. Okay? I was having such a hard time keeping it in the line. Because say, for instance, if you're on a two-way street, one going one way, one going the other way, you got to keep it. They want you to hug the right lane so you can stay out the center lane. It was difficult. But today was a whole lot better. I was nervous as hell. Sorry. I went and got pizza when I got off. I was nervous as hell when I first walked in. So I walk up to the back of the post office, where the employees enter. I introduced myself. I told one of the guys, I'm like, hey, I'm here for, I almost said orientation, Lord Jesus. I'm here for my shadow day. So he walks me up to the supervisor. Supervisor is really nice. You have some people at the post office who don't speak, but really just on the outside looking in, I don't feel like they are like that to be mean. I feel like they are like hella focused because they probably done been there for like umpteen fucking years. So fast forward, I talked to the supervisor. He walks me over to the guy that I'm be shadowing. It's an older guy. Good. He's been there for like umpteen years as well. So I stand back. I'm watching him do his casing or whatever. And casing is where they have the little slots and they put the mail in by address. And it actually does not look that hard. It doesn't look that hard at all. So I watched him case. He was actually casing another route for somebody else just to help him out, which I thought that was nice because he said he didn't have that much mail. So watched him do that. They took a little break. We sat around for like 10 minutes. I was just introducing myself to other people. Fast forward, he showed me how, this is important. He showed me how what's the start of your route. Say, for instance, you have a case. It's like 3 cases with little slots. So you have 3 cases and they go all the way around. You start at the bottom and go all the way around, and start at the top of the second row, go all the way around, and that is your route in order. So I thought that was pretty cool because I always wondered how the hell they knew where to go first. So after he cased it, he got all of his parcels, which is like your Amazon packages, and we had a shitload of packages. Do you hear me? Gathered up all his parcels, pulled this mail, pretty much packed up everything on one of those little roller carts. Then we went in, I watched him load the truck. He showed me what would be my truck for the day, and then we headed out. Our first route today was a part of a different route because, sometimes it's being like a CCA. I believe he was a CCA. I don't know if he was a regular or if he was a CCA, but a part of being a CCA, you may have to pick up a part of a route that's vacant just to help everybody else. So they split it up into, sections. So we had to do that route first, which it wasn't too bad, but it was just the fact of, I live in Georgia, small town Georgia. And on the south end of my town, a lot of people have those old school mailboxes where they have the mailboxes on their house. So that kind of made it a little bit difficult because we actually had to get out and walk a part of the route. And I'm fat. Okay? I'm just going to be honest with you. I'm fat. I like to eat. I smoke cigarettes, and I'm fat. Okay, so I was breathing a little heavy. But once we got done with that part of the route and we actually got to drive around, girl, I was out there breathing hard. He's talking about, so he up there laughing. And he ain't no skinny man either. He up there giggling. I'm like, stop giggling at me, shit. This girl, just because fat girl like to eat. But once we got done with that part, we were riding around. If you are tall, warning, the LLV is not that comfortable. It is not that comfortable. If you are tall, I am 5'11". Not to mention I'm fat. But see, I'm not fat. Well, I'm big as hell actually, but I just hold my weight differently. Anyway, I'm more legs than anything. So if you are tall, those seats in the LLV only go back so much. Just go ahead and tell you. So your leg will cramp, your ankle will cramp, but I guess it's only until you really get used to being in the LLV. So, but see, you 5'2", you won't have a problem. You'll be right at home. Me, my poor long legs, I felt like my whole leg was gonna fall off and meet me back at my car. Another important thing for when you do get to LLV, I wouldn't even say LLV training, when you get to your shadow day and every day after that, your shadow day and your 3 days of on-the-job training, it is good to get you a little medium-sized cooler. Girl, let me tell you about me. I thought about it at the last minute last night to go get a cooler because I saw it on a YouTube video about Shadow Day. I got a freaking notification like I'm not in the middle of a freaking video, people. Anyway, so yeah, I decided to go get a cooler. Didn't even bring the damn cooler. Left it in my car. I was nervous. I didn't even know if I was going to need it. I didn't want to walk in with a big ass cooler like I was going to a fucking construction site. Bring the damn cooler. Again, bring you a cooler. Okay? Filled with ice, water, and Gatorade or Powerade. Whichever one. You need something to replenish the electrolytes that you will lose while you're sweating. Those LLVs are fucking hot. There's no air, there's no AC. You get a fan, and really as hot as it get outside and as hot as it gets in those LLVs, you will be happy for that damn fan. Both of your windows in the LLV goes down, so that's a good thing. Hopefully it's a cool day when you're riding around. Let's see what else. We had one apartment. Can you wear jeans to orientation? I already bought a fan and a cooler. Let me see. Can you wear them to orientation? I think you can. Matter of fact, yes, you can. I would say as long as nobody said this, because I mean, really, it was kind of weird. They didn't really go into detail with us about what we should wear as far as uniform until you actually get uniforms. Because even if you're a CCA or RCA, you don't get uniforms until after your 90 days. I asked my instructor from orientation what we should wear, and she was like, just be comfortable. So I'm thinking if you're gonna wear jeans, just make sure they're like regular jeans and not the distressed jeans that's ripped or whatever. Cause I actually asked my guy that I was shadowing today, because I actually went to work in all black, had black pants and a black shirt with white shoes, sticking out like a sore damn thumb. Cause I told him, I was like, I wasn't sure if we could wear jeans. He's like, yeah, you could wear jeans. I'm like, it's nice to know now. Now I'm here in all fucking black, about to burn the hell up. Let's see. We had one apartment complex on our route. It wasn't bad. They didn't have a lot of mail. He opened up what they call the what the hell do they call the mailboxes at the apartments? Shit. I knew the name. It was on the tip of my tongue. It was in the back of my mind. Anyway, he opened up all of the, there you go, cluster boxes. Thank you. Because I had said it earlier today while I was at work. And yeah, okay. So he opened up the cluster boxes and he split up like a stack of mails, probably like this thick. And he was like, well, I'm going to give you something to do. He's like, here, you can, you can file this mail or whatever. Child, I did that shit so quick. I was mad that we only had one apartment complex because I was like, this shit is simple. So, all in all, I don't think it was that bad. I was stressed the hell out this morning. If you go back and watch my live from this morning, I was so stressed. I wasn't even going to post that video. I meant to put it as private, but whatever. I was nervous. And don't let my nervousness rub off on you. Like I told my other coworker who is an RCA, she's brand new as well. She was in my orientation class. Don't let my nervousness rub off on you. A lot of shit, new shit makes me nervous. The pay is 17. I think the pay is 17.29. I think it's another position that's hold on. Let me see. The comment, it disappeared. Okay. I think it's another position that's $17.95. I think it was like the temporary clerk position they had open, I think. But yes, like I always tell people, I'm like, don't let my nervousness rub off on you. I get nervous anyway because I have anxiety. New shit makes me nervous. But it's one of those things. Anything new is going to make you nervous, like, because it's change. It's something different. Unless you've delivered stuff before, unless you have worked for UPS or FedEx or something like that, it's different. Driving an LOV is different. You're driving on the right side of the vehicle instead of the left, and you're driving in a big ass tin can. It's different. But, it's the post office. They always tell you there's ways for you to advance. Just because you start out as a mail carrier don't mean you got to be a mail carrier 4 or 5 or 10 years from now. What about the dogs? Girl, something happened today and I was kind of laughing to myself only because I didn't have to get out my truck. So with the dogs, they give you the dog spray, and I feel like the dog spray is only if you're already in the process of delivering the mail and a dog comes out of nowhere. Because if you walk up and you see a dog and the dog is aggressive, the dog is barking, I wouldn't say you don't have to deliver the mail, but they do have an option on their little scanner where it says you attempted to deliver, but you could not deliver because of the dog. Because I actually saw my trainer. It was kind of funny. I'm sorry. I actually laughed at the poor man. He was creeping up to the house. I saw the dog because I was parked behind him. I saw the dog before he saw the dog. He was like, I was just there like last week and they ain't have no dog unless they had somebody else move in. So he's like walking. The dog is like over here. There's a truck. The dog's over here. He's over here. I'm way back here in my truck. So he's like creeping up. He's like, I saw the chain and then I saw the food. Then I heard something barking. So he made a beeline back to the truck. And the dog was barking, but he was barking. I think his bark was pretty much, I'm alerting whoever's in the house that somebody's out here. because he was sitting down barking. I feel like the real aggressive dogs, they gonna be standing up on their feet barking at your ass. But yeah, they do have an option. And what happens is if you can't deliver mail because of a dog, because of an aggressive dog, you will fill out a form. I forgot the number because all those forms have numbers on it, and I was just sitting there like, because he showed me the form. You would fill out the form. You would say attempted to deliver. You would check the reason why you couldn't deliver. And he actually checked that the package was too big to fit in the mailbox. He couldn't find a secure spot to put the package in since he couldn't put it up on the porch. And then he also marked the option, which was other, and he wrote dog. So what you would do, you would sign it, date it. You would put that piece of paper in the person's mailbox. You would write the original date of delivery on the package. You would take the package back with you, leave the paper in the mailbox. The person would have to come the next day to pick up the package. But we didn't even really, after he wrote it up, we didn't even have to use it because somebody ended up coming out the fucking house. So I'm like, y'all could have came out the house like 5 minutes earlier and saved this poor man a piece of paper. Will you get 40 hours? It depends. Just first out the gate, because they told us that, sorry, it's that Coke. That Coca-Cola's getting to me. They told us in orientation, because our orientation was like, 28 hours? We did it Tuesday through Thursday because Monday was a holiday. So we did 8 hours on Tuesday, 8 hours on Wednesday, 4 hours on Thursday, and we had our defensive driving course on Friday, and that was 8 hours. So I don't know. Like, you would get a really, really good check if they, I don't know how to word it. It's like we would get a really good check, but we still probably might get a real good check. But I think because we were supposed to have our orientation and then this week was supposed to be our academy, but it didn't work like that. I know one other girl on YouTube who makes CCA videos. She said her first check was good as hell because it had her orientation plus her academy. Now, after you finish all that, you'll be busting way past 40 hours in a week. I know one girl, I think she'd been there for a while. One girl told me she worked 6 days a week. One girl told me she worked about 4 or 5 days a week. I know at my station, they are very short-handed. They have a lot of people who've been working a lot of overtime, the regulars, and they ready for a day off. One lady told me today that she's just ready to have her weekends off so she can feel like a regular person. So you probably will make 40 or more. Because I know today was just my shadow day. And I got there at 7:45. Money, baby. Period. I know I got there at 7:45 this morning. Well, that's the time I clocked in. We got out on the road by like 9:20. And we didn't get back in the station until 6 o'clock this afternoon. So you'll make some money. You'll make a whole hell of a lot of money. Like Friday when I finished my LLV training, I went back to my station to turn in my time. And one of the PSCs behind the desk, he asked me, he's like, well, what position did you get hired for? I told him I got hired as a CCA, and he was like, oh, CCA, that's where the money at. He was like, now you will have to work. He's like, they will work you. I'm like, shit, I'm cool with that because, most recently I was working like 3 jobs. So he was like, shit, once you get that first $2,000 check, you won't even be worried about them 3 jobs, baby. You ain't got to tell me twice. Honey, baby, child, sugar plum. Period. I was gonna make another video, but I forgot what the hell I was gonna make the video on. It was probably about the LLV training. I think everybody's LLV training is different. Girl, you ain't the only one, because I know I got me a whole damn shopping problem. Because, baby, I done bought so much shit for my apartment, it don't make no goddamn go sense. Okay? No sense. Mini, apartment tour. But yeah, I got a shopping problem. So I needs that bag. You hear me? Needs that bag. But yeah, I'll probably make like a separate video for LOV training. Maybe. I don't know. Because I pretty much already touched on it. But yeah, I'll probably make a separate video for LOV training. My academy is supposed to be next week. Tuesday through Friday. So when I go to my LLV training, I'll make a video about that. This live is like 26 minutes. I just got through eating a pizza. And now I need a cigarette and a shower and a nap. But anyway, thank you for my one. Wait, I sub, look forward to it. Thank you. Thank you for watching. Made me feel like I'm doing something. I got one viewer right now. Eventually, I'll be up to 2 or 10. Bye, girl, bye. But yeah, so like, comment, share, subscribe, do all that fun shit that other YouTubers ask you to do. And I will see y'all in the next live, because I'm too lazy to make a real video. Deuces.